Please tell me your name.
Sir, my name is Haramohan-Internal.
And what is your roll number for this exam?
My roll number is 301954.
Okay, give me a formal introduction.
Sir, I belong to Angul district of Odisha. Currently, I am pursuing my PhD from Indira Gandhi Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, Raipur, Chhattisgarh, and my thesis work is going on at ICAR NRRI Cuttack on research topics of rain-fed agriculture and phosphorus dynamics.
NRRI short form कोटी use करियोनी पूरा खंड बिचोस तो जल्दी अपना इंदिरा गांधी कृषि विश्वविद्यालय पूरा करें ओके शॉर्टकट यूज करो तो नहीं कैसे मैंने भी बच्चे बेटा नाम ठीक है अपना पूरा फुल ईयर फॉर्मल इंट्रोडक्शन रे सब पूरा अपना एक्रोनिम यूज करियो
Yes sir. So one second.
हाँ ठीक है अब तो स्टार्ट.
Sir, I belong to Angul district of Odisha. Currently, I am pursuing my PhD from Indira Gandhi Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, that is Raipur in Chhattisgarh, and my thesis work is going on at National Rice Research Institute, Cuttack, Odisha, and my research is going on the topic of rain-fed agriculture and phosphorus dynamics, and also I am preparing for the competitive exams. So my hobbies are gardening and reading newspaper, and I am interested in the recent developments in the field of agriculture and defenses.
Okay.
Sir.
So, can you tell me currently what is okay, I'm telling your hobbies, you said?
Is gardening and reading newspaper.
Reading newspaper.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Daily you read?
Yes, sir.
What is today's important news?
Sir, I have not gone through today. Sir, it's actually lately delivered, the paper.
Okay. So, at least 2-3 days important news you can tell me, world news, India news,
Yes, sir.
and Odisha news.
Yes, sir. Internationally, sir, there was a meeting at UNSC regarding Taliban, where we found a changing face of the world towards Taliban and accepting way of Taliban as a government. And at national level, and sir, in the Odisha, with the monsoon session has Odisha started, and the small school transformation was inaugurated at Hinjli by the Chief Minister, Honorable Chief Minister of the state.
Okay. So tell me something about some of the important forest, we can say schemes of government of, specifically government of Odisha that you know related to forest and agriculture. At least 2 from forest and 2 from agriculture.
So, schemes of Odisha related to forestry include the Green Mahanadi Mission, where the government is planning to plant trees, especially the fruit trees like mango and jamun, on the sidelines of the Mahanadi and its course of flow. And the other is the assisted regeneration program, where the government of Odisha is trying to plant tree in the bare hills, the wastelands, to increase the green cover. And in agriculture field, the Odisha government has launched the Bhu Chetana, which is a form of soil health card of center to provide the status of soil to the farmer. And recently schemes like Kalia and Balram Yojana is announced for providing assistance to the farmer as well as the landless farmer.
Okay. And centrally sponsored schemes in Odisha?
Sir, regarding agriculture?
and forestry?
Yes, sir. So in agriculture, the soil health card scheme is going on, and the other schemes are like the Kusum scheme, where the solar panel is given to the farmer for his pump, solar pump, I should say, and the Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana is going on. And regarding forest,
which is the implementing authority in Odisha for Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana? Which organization of government of Odisha has been given that work?
sir, I am not aware of it.
Okay. Fine. So, tell me something about the Forest Rights Act and the corresponding Odisha Forest Rights Act.
Sir,
First, you tell me about Forest Rights Act.
Sir, Forest Right Act came in 2006, where the rights of the forest dwellers as well as the scheduled tribe in the forest as well as the forest fringe villages are recognized, where the right of where there was provision that those who are living within the forest for 3 generations or at least 75 years, they will be given the land, but it is non-transferable. They can cultivate, but they can't sell it, and they are also allowed to market the produce, that is a minor forest produce, and in exchange they are required to help the forest departments in planting and others incidents like fire incidents.
Okay. So, what are the major problems? Okay, in last 1 year that the agriculture sector has faced in India and Odisha?
So the major agriculture problems can be due to the recent floods in Odisha, and there are also some parts where the drought is also a major problem, like the Vidarbha region of Maharashtra and the western part of UP, where there is low rainfall this year, and so I don't remember at this time.
Okay. So, current affairs you have studied?
Yes, sir.
You have prepared well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what is now happening in Afghanistan, and a particular resistance to Taliban? Okay, Taliban forces is there. In which area that resistance is located?
Sir, it is the Pansir region.
Where it is? North, south?
Yes, sir, northern Afghanistan.
Northern.
Yes, sir. It's where the area where the Taliban authority is not accepted by the people, and they are trying to protest. And overall, if we say that the takeover of Afghanistan has led to the fall of the electoral democratic government, and thereafter they are implementing the Sharia's law and trying to rule the country, and the world and the regions have seen it a void because of the withdrawal of the force of US. That is what I can say about it.
Okay. Do you know what is string of pearls?
Yes, sir.
And necklace of diamonds?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about both the concepts.
So, string of pearls is a strategy of China to compare the India to, I should say,
not exactly. That is not against India.
Yes,
sir. That is to have, China wants to have different routes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, of communication around the world, maritime communication.
Yes, sir.
India is being encircled, no doubt, but it is not specifically aimed at India.
Yes, sir.
Okay, why this pearl term has been used? They could have used like beads of something. Why string of pearl? Pearl sabdata se kahin use kare?
Sir, I am not sure about it. I think it's the Silk Road. That's the maritime Silk
That
Road.
concept basically comes from one of the areas there near Mock-Aarohan that is called the Pearl River Delta, PRD. So Pearl River Delta semane se concept ta nature. Okay. City kon itila na oti chotiya tamara island ta thila which was hostile to their idea of one China. तो से मैंने सेटा सेठी concept का use करते हैं तो सेटा छोटी island है. Now that they are doing, you know, main name is not India, it is not India specific. Okay. क्या ताकरो route से मैंने गोटोड़े करचुं दी, जोड़ा कि India से तक connection ही नहीं. Okay. China में भी से separate, it's going in the other direction. Right. India is being affected. Okay. तापरे, what is necklace of diamonds?
So necklace of diamond is said to be a counter mechanism towards China by India, where India is trying to get the access to various ports in the region, and also the logistic memorandum understanding is signed between countries like France, America, USA, Japan and Australia, where we want to try their bases to counter the China if a situation arises.
Okay. Example of some bases in the diamond or necklace of diamonds.
So it is the Duqm port of Oman, Siwang port of Indonesia, and we are also developing the infrastructure at Seychelles Island. And we have through Limoa we have access to the Djibouti island where America has its base. Yes.
What about Singapore? We have some treaty with them regarding
yes sir. Yes sir.
Their ports, huh?
Yes sir. I don't remember the name.
Okay. So climate change, how at least two recent conventions, okay, recent ones relating to climate change, can you tell me, and the provisions of that?
The Paris Agreement, which was signed in 2015. It is to bring down the global temperature down to 2 degrees centigrade by 2030 from pre-industrial time. And the other one is the sir, I don't know. Others one I don't remember. Sir, International Solar Alliance is also in a direction towards climate change, to check the climate change also. Yes.
Okay. Tell me, you have given your first choice as ACF.
Yes, sir.
Tell me something about the career progression of ACF. Means you join as ACF.
Yes, sir.
In junior branch.
Yes,
OFS junior branch. Then next rank, and the highest rank that an OFS officer can go. Suppose you are selected 21, 22 years minimum.
Yes.
Okay. What is the minimum age to attend the exam?
21.
21.
Yes.
Suppose you are selected 21. What is the maximum, okay,
yes,
rank that you can go, and the analogous posts also you can tell me.
Yes, sir.
Can you become the PCCF of the state? Even if you get in at 21, is there a chance?
I think no, sir.
Okay, so tell me what you know.
Sir, I know that after SCF, the next post is DCF or DFO. Next is the Conservator of Forest, and after that is the Chief Conservator of Forest, and finally the Principal Chief Conservator of Forest.
These all are your posts.
Yes, sir.
What about ranks? So that is why these all are posts.
Yes, sir.
Every rank
Yes,
will
sir.
have many posts.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So SCF is a post,
Yes, sir.
but the rank is Odisha Forest Service Junior Branch.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Sir.
Next, when you will be promoted to Odisha Forest Service Senior Branch, there will be some other posts associated with that, like you are saying.
Yes, sir.
So, अपना ranks मान रखिए से ranks अंदर कौन post होची सेटा भी मान रखिए.
Sir.
तो जितना पहुँचा कि अपना कोटी की maximum जाए पर you have to tell the rank. कि OFS रे maximum ए rank को जाई परी.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
I will get this.
PCCA, these are not ranks. These are basically posts.
So ये कोड मिलियो.
ये देइछि जो आपनको जो कौन से लिंक टा अछि गोटे cadre.pdf zip फाइल गोटे अछि.
सर नहीं सर साइट रे जे
हां से जो 11टा वीडियो अछि सेतरे गोटे वीडियो रे तार सब डिस्क्रिप्शन रे लिंक टा दिए गोटे थ्रू cadre.zip. ओके से zip फाइल में सब आपन फॉरेस्ट ट्रेनिंग मैनुअल ये से सब बड़ा अछि.
ठीक है
सेतरे आपन देखि परियो गोटे OFS में OFS तो दीटा अछि. ओडिसा फाइनेंस सर्विस रोड अछि ओडिसा फॉरेस्ट सर्विस रोड अछि. फॉरेस्ट सर्विस टा खोल के देखि
सर जोड़ा माने जोड़े जो मेल जोड़ा आपन को दिया है जे से मेल थ्रू रे गूगल रे ट्राई करियो आरोहण क्लासेस को खोलिया पड़ेगा.
नहीं सेटा से जो अपन जो देइछन मते जीमेल आईडी रो. ओके थ्रू दैट द कोन जोटा प्लेलिस्ट अछि ओडिसा फॉरेस्ट सर्विस अपन देखो जदी न आइ पछु मते व्हाट्सएप करम डायरेक्ट लिंक टा पठेबी
सर. अच्छा
ओके So now let us discuss about your optional. What are your optionals?
So it's agriculture and forestry.
Agriculture and forestry.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So you have given the paper of general studies.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me which one is your favorite area in general studies? Geography, polity, history, whatever.
Yes, sir. It's science.
Science.
General
Science and tech.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll ask you 5 or 6 questions.
Yes, sir.
Just tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The answer without you can't take more than 1 second. Why is barometer used?
Barometer is for pressure.
Manometer.
Manometer is for root pressure.
Spirometer.
Spirometer, I don't know, sir.
Okay. Manometer you are saying something?
Root pressure.
Root pressure.
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Root pressure is the during the uptake of water.
How do you measure speed of a vehicle? What is that called?
Odometer.
Odometer.
Yes.
And speed of a ship?
Sir, I don't know.
How is the speed of a ship measured?
Sir, I know its speed is measured in knots.
Knots.
Nautical miles.
Okay.
Sir.
In nautical miles.
Sir.
What about aeroplane, aircraft?
Sir, I am not aware of this.
What is Mach? Mach 1, Mach
Yes,
2,
sir.
Mach 3?
So Mach is the with the speed of sound.
Sound.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So our Agni, Prithvi, these missiles.
Yes, sir.
These are subsonic or supersonic?
So Agni missiles are supersonic. These are ballistic missiles. They attain supersonic speed.
These are supersonic, like Agni and Prithvi. These are all supersonic.
Yes, sir. Those ballistic missiles attain supersonic speed.
Supersonic.
Yes, sir. Only Nirbhay is the subsonic category where India has indigenously built.
Okay.
Yes.
These are all indigenous also, no?
Yes, sir. These are indigenous. The subsonic part is only Nirbhay. Others are the ballistic.
And what about BrahMos?
So it's a supersonic missile, supersonic cruise missile. A joint venture of India and Russia.
What is the difference between a cruise and a ballistic missile?
So cruise missile is small and its warhead capacity is also small, but it can be launched from aerial platforms as well as naval platforms. But the ballistic missile that has more habit.
In the principle I am talking about.
Yes, sir. So ballistic missiles have a projection. They attend a projection and they fire. They actually hit the target.
Have you heard about Sagarika?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
So it's a K-15 Sagarika missile. It's a submarine launched missile, and it's a
subsonic or supersonic?
So they are all supersonic.
They are all supersonic.
Yes, sir.
Just check that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, right. These missiles, Agni, Prithvi, etc. These have been made under which program?
Integrated Missile Development Program.
Integrated Guided Missile.
And Guided Missile Defense.
Why they are called guided missile?
So because the path can be traced, they can be. There are two type missile. One is fire and forget. Other one is guided. What is GPS?
The example of fire and forget?
That is the man-portable anti-tank guided missile (MPDS), which is like NAG missile, and Helena, the helicopter version of NAG. It is the fire and forget missiles. Other that can be guided through GPS navigations.
So how this guiding is done? Which technology is used to guide it?
Sir, I'm not sure.
Laser?
Yes, sir. Laser is a technique.
Apart from laser?
Sir,
What
also
is laser? MASER? Have you heard about it?
no,
Laser?
sir. No, sir.
Never?
Microwave?
Huh?
It's about microwave.
No. Like laser. What is the full form of laser?
Laser, sir. I don't know.
Okay, fine, it's fine. So, tell me something about the silvicultural practices of sal tree.
Yes, sir. Sal is a species grown mostly in the moist deciduous region, and to a sal actually will take from 6 months to 1.2 years for its nursery raising, and after that we take it to the planting and other silvicultural practices.
Okay, tell me, what is the capital of Mizoram? Tripura, Nagaland,
Nagaram Kohima, sir.
Manipur.
Shillong.
Okay, first two. You
Tripura, sir. I'll go through.
ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେ rapid question ଯଦି କେବେ
Yes, sir.
ପଚାରିବେ ତ ସିଏ actually answer ଜାଣିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁନାହାନ୍ତି।
Yes, sir.
ଏଇଟା ସମସ୍ତେ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି ସେ
Sir.
9th 10th ପିଲା ବି ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି ଏ କଥାଟା ହେଲା ସେଠି ମନେ ପଡ଼ିବ
Yes, sir.
ଠିକ ଅଛି ତ ଯୋଉଟା ମନେ ପଡ଼ିବନି ସାଙ୍ଗେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ କହିବା unable to recall
Sir.
ଠିକ ଅଛି ସେ ସେଇଟା ବି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିବା ପାଇଁ ଦେବେନି unable କହିଲା ବେଳକୁ ସେ ନେକ୍ସଟ ପଚାରିବେ
Yes.
ସେମାନେ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣ କେତେ ଜଲ୍ଦି ଡିସିସନ ନେଉଛନ୍ତି
Yes, sir.
this may be one like they can ask anything
Yes.
okay like ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ସାଲର ପଚାରିବି
Yes, sir.
so they will ask you like for 5 trees
Yes, sir.
okay tell me something about the silviculture practice of sal ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି କହିବା ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରିଥିବେ okay not sal you tell about teak
Yes.
okay teak is okay you tell about mango okay ତ ଦିଦି ପଦ ଆପଣ କହିବି ନଥିବେ ସେ ନେକ୍ସଟ ଚେଞ୍ଜ କରୁଥିବେ
Yes.
ଦିଟା ରିଜନ ହେଲା ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା କି ଦେଖିବା କି ଆପଣ ଇମିଡିଏଟଲି କେମିତି ରିଆକ୍ଟ କରୁଛନ୍ତି
Yes.
whether you are able to take a quick decision or not
Yes, sir.
so don't be silent
Yes, sir.
ठीक ଅଛି ଏଇ ଟାଇପର ଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଚୁଆଲ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ କି ରାପିଡ ଫାୟାର କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ ଡୋଣ୍ଟ ବି ସାଇଲେଣ୍ଟ ଆସୁନି ଇମିଡିଏଟଲି ଆସୁନି
Yes, sir.
ଓକେ ଯଦି ଆସୁଛି କହିବା ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରିଦେବେ
Yes.
so they will stop you ସେମାନେ ନେକ୍ସଟ ପଚାରିବେ କାରଣ ଏଠି ନଲେଜଟା ଦେଖିବାର ନାହିଁ
Sir.
ବୁଝିପାରୁଛନ୍ତି okay fine so come to agriculture and forestry so apart from hydroponics
Yes, sir.
okay aquaponics and aeroponics you tell me two other important latest agricultural techniques
Sir, we have rooftop farming and other is vertical farming.
rooftop farming vertical farming
Yes, sir.
okay vertical gardens nowadays it is very famous in some
Yes.
major metro cities also they are done
Yes, sir.
which metro city
Sir, it's Bangalore.
yes Bangalore
Yes, sir.
can we do it in Bhubaneswar
Yes, sir, it can be done anywhere. The suitable plants should be chosen according to agroclimatic zone, and that's the requirement, but it can be done anywhere.
we have started here
Sir, I think BDA have started
Yeah.
in its own building. So BDA is trying to develop.
Do it.
Yes, sir.
okay so suppose now you have joined as ACF and you are asked to so many flyovers have been built in Bhubaneswar
Yes, sir.
okay to have vertical gardens on those flyovers which plant or species will you choose and why
So I will choose those plants which are hardy to the dusty environment.
so
And
give me examples of that particular examples
so I should take some crotons and some flowering plant like phlox and like hardy plants like bryophyllum and cactus. I think.
how will they help will they remove dust or what is their use actually
Yes, sir. The actually the carbon dioxide that is they are good absorber of carbon dioxide from the environment, and yes, sir. The dust particle gets subsided. It acts as a barrier to the flow of the dust.
तो पानी पीने के लिए पड़ेगा
So if you take hardy plants like cactus and bryophyllum, we may not need.
okay fine so that is roof farming you said and vertical farming you said then
Yes, sir.
others
Others like Sir, there are other crop specific some developments like for rice we have Sri technique, for the wheat we have Furobra
You
technique.
told about rice, and also government is interested in doubling the income of the farmers.
Yes.
By which year government is trying?
Sir, by 2022.
Possible?
No sir, due to COVID-19 I think the time will be extended.
Time will be extended.
Yes.
Okay. In Odisha, okay, I am talking only about Odisha, not about other states like Punjab and all. What are the things that need to be changed to double the farmer income? See our condition, our crops which are basically produced here.
So, the major problem in Odisha is the fragmented land and the small land holdings as well as resource poorness of farmer. The first thing should be done is to be cooperative leasing, where the farmers can be made a cooperative society and they can take their land.
Agricultural cooperatives are not very successful?
No sir, in Odisha it is not successful.
Okay, but other states it is?
Yes sir, it's Gujarat and Karnataka they have successful.
Gujarat and Karnataka they have. Why is it not successful in Odisha, agricultural cooperatives?
So I think the resource part, I think the government has not taken the like its resource need and is not
government has not taken like set up immediately.
Yes sir.
Government service. You can constructively criticize the government.
Yes sir.
The steps taken
Not implemented.
can be improved. Okay.
Yes sir.
तो गवर्नमेंट तो बनी एग्रीकल्चर कोऑपरेटिव सेटा ठीक रे चालुनी तार अलगा असुविधा होची ओके दैट यू कैन की एया कले अभी भलो होंदा डोंट से दैट गवर्नमेंट हैज नॉट डन ओके गवर्नमेंट द स्टेप्स टेकन बाय द गवर्नमेंट नीड टू बी सप्लीमेंटेड बाय ब्ला ब्ला जे आपन कहले ठीक अछि एका जिंस कहबे किंतु सेकंड वेटा हला हमर कहबार अछि गवर्नमेंट अगेंस्ट के किछ कहबे ठीक अछि किंबा क्रिटिसाइज करबे डायरेक्टली यू कैन ऑफर कंस्ट्रक्टिव क्रिटिसिज्म गवर्नमेंट रो जो भी स्कीम था जो भी गवर्नमेंट रो किछि लैक्यूना थिबो ओके सो फॉर एग्जांपल कालिया स्कीम रो लैक्यूना कोन जे आपन पचरा हो तो आपन कौन करे कि सर स्कीम टा वेरी एम्बिशियस स्कीम और इस स्कीम को देखि कि बहुत गुडा अलग राज्य से हिसाब से स्कीम बनै छथि बट हम जे देखिया में पाए से थरे इंक्लूजन और एक्सक्लूजन एरर्स बहुत रहला ठीक अछि जो लोक रहिबा कथा न असमान रहि छथि आ जो लोक रहिबा कथा से एक्सक्लूड होय छथि तो सेटा गोटे बट द प्रोविजन एंड द बेसिक सोल ऑफ द और द मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द this thing is quite good.
Yes sir.
ठीक है जी तो सही टाइप में कहना है positive. Don't go for anything negative. Not only against the government, against anything. अपना brighter side टा सब देखिए.
Yes sir.
ठीक है जी आउ कौन better करी हबो. कौन ता करा हेई नी ता ऊपर कांदिया अपेक्षा जहा अछि ताठू ताकू आगो केंद्र नहीं हो. ठीक है सब क्वेश्चन में concepts है. Okay. So you give me some reasons why you are interested in forest service.
Sir, I was always interested in a public facing job, and I think for joining
public facing job.
Yes sir.
Means
that deal with public.
Is that the correct phrase to use? Public facing.
Sir, I have just heard about it.
Okay.
I don't know.
To face someone
Yes,
is
sir.
like a confrontation.
Yes sir.
ठीक है. Face the situation.
Yes, sir.
अपन को केबे कोंती face the marriage कि face the birthday. Follow this. You have to face the problem.
Yes sir.
So facing the public is like the public is a problem and you are
Yes.
facing the problem, right?
Right.
So or dealing with public,
Yes.
right? तो सेटा भी बहुत जनकर जे साइकोलॉजिस्ट थे से सेटा धरिले.
Yes sir.
Facing the public or dealing with the public.
Yes sir.
ठीक है तो actually अपन को काम कौन होगा? You have to coordinate, cooperate and basically enable the public to do something. ठीक है से माने निजर भी करिवे जहा अपन ताको प्रोविजन सुरा ताको प्लेटफॉर्म दा देते.
Yes sir.
So you are basically an enabler.
Yes sir.
ठीक है तो आगुर जो कांसेप्ट थिला कि चेंज मेकर एबे ब्यूरोक्रेट्स माने अब चेंज मेकर दे बेसिकली दे एनेबल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन.
Yes sir.
ठीक है
Yes, sir.
सो दे आर एनेबलर्स.
Yes sir.
राइट सो पब्लिक फेसिंग जो आपण कहउछंती फेसिंग टर्म दा ताको जदि कि साइकोलॉजिस्ट करके थिबे से ताको पॉइंट आउट कर दे परिबे. ठीक है सो यू कैन से दैट इट इज ए पब्लिक वुड लाइक टू जॉइन फर्स्ट सला की इंटरेक्शन विद द पब्लिक. या
Yes, sir.
फॉरेस्ट सर्विस में बेसिकली से गुड एते होबो नै अपन.
Yes, sir.
यू विल नॉट बी interacting with the general public as such, just like administrative service like police service.
Yes.
Okay, that is one reason. Then second.
So it is related to my subject. My mother subject is agriculture. So I think my knowledge of agriculture and agroclimatic zone will help in giving my best to this service. And others are the service condition and job security the service provides is also another point why I am interested in this.
Okay, second point that you call
Yes, sir.
Tara cross question in that case, if you want to use your knowledge, okay, then you could have continued with your research and academia teaching research ताको छाड़ी कि एठी आपण काहे के ऐसे अपने चाहूछन तो सेठी जो काले मु कहते आपनको implementation part का कहले ये scientist can make a very good product but if that product okay is not properly delivered or it is not properly okay or that concept is not properly spread to the target population, so a good invention will not be effective. On the other hand, a very moderate invention, if properly implemented, okay, if properly distributed in to the target population, will have much more impact. And that implementation is done by the administration. So I want to be a part of the implementation.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you can add something of your own also.
Yes.
So firstly, secondly, thirdly, yes.
So what can you use instead of the public facing job? Because to come from a technical line to general line, you have to give a solid reason.
Public facing line, you know, you can say that it's a public service.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It is Odisha Forest Service Code.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between service and job? GA multinational company chakri korchandi. Se may be job hi korchandi.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, ताको service को जाओ.
Yes,
it is service can korchandi. It is a public service because the salary compensation whatever government is giving you is not the market value of what you are doing for the government or for the people or whatever. So the market value no केबे भी हेई कहना जो इम्पोर्टेंट काम आपण माने करिवे ओके ताकू पैसा रे देखिले मे बी सेटा पॉसिबल ओनी गवर्नमेंट को पे करिवे बुझी गलो सो दैट इज व्हाई इट इज अ सर्विस
यस सर
ओके दैट इज बिकॉज़ इट इज पीपल ओरिएंटेड यस राइट आजकल कोन इट इज पीपल फ्रेंडली ब्यूरोक्रेसी यस सर सो इट इज पीपल ओरिएंटेड यस इट इज फॉर द पीपल बेसिकली ठीक है इट इज नॉट स्टेटस कोइस्ट आगुर जेम थिला भाई बही रे जा लिखाई छी सेति की कर एबे यू हैव टू गो वन स्टेप फर्दर गवर्नमेंट इज आल्सो वांटिंग दैट इफ यू बी स्टेटस कोइस्ट केते आईएएस ऑफिसर्स रेवेन्यू सर्विस ऑफिसर्स ताकर मिड करियर रे ताको बाय बाय कहू छे लास्ट 3-4 वर्ष रे गवर्नमेंट बहुत जण को पूछ आपना निजाडू वॉलंटरी रिटायरमेंट नै जानतो माने पुनी आपन ऊपर एक्शन हो इनएफिशिएंसी थर एक्शन हे गलो जदी इनएफिशिएंट ऑफिसर तो प्राइवेट सेक्टर भी जागा मिलुनी सो बेटर हो निजे तुमे पढा कोजणा कोचन विषय यस राइट सो परफॉर्मेंस जोटा कि आगुरु एते इंपोर्टेंट नथिला एबे आस्ते आस्ते पॉसिबल यस द नंबर 1 सेकंड है कि specialists are being given a direct opportunity in the government okay
should I say that
of course so माने को विषय अपन कम से जदी पचोकते अपन why you are okay so government directly एबे जेंति कि अपन करो जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी रैंक रे डायरेक्टली से माने रखुचंदी लोक माने जो माने से डोमेन रो से माने सिविल सर्विस पाई के आसे इन्फॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी रखिबे कि सिस्टम डायरेक्टर थी बहुत वर्ष रे ता डायरेक्टली से चांस रखुचन ओके कैन दे ब्रिंग प्रोफेशनलिज्म ठीक है सो द सर्विस द जनरलिस्ट सिविल सर्विस slowly is turning out into a specialist one and your Indian Odisha Forest Service is a specialized service
yes sir
ठीक है तो सही जोड़ा जो आपन कहले that will obviously that is there कि more of this is a specialized service
yes
Odisha Forest Service my knowledge of जो आपन कहले आपन जोड़ा PhD जोतर करूचंदी
yes
okay these things will help me in okay implementing the policies and giving feedback to the policies खाली तो policy implementation अपना काम हो you are also a part of the policy making yes, not directly although but indirectly through feedback mechanism yes government का law कला से law का ठीक रे implement ही कर चुकी नहीं ओके फॉर द ट्राइबल्स फॉरेस्ट ट्राइबल्स वाला अपन इंप्लीमेंट करे अपन देखिले यही प्रॉब्लम होची अपन पुल लिखिले क्या है इंप्लीमेंट करो 2 वर्ष रे हम एक्सपीरियंस है नेक्स्ट अमेंडमेंट केतले हो से हम तक रखिले सो योर फीडबैक इज वेरी इंपोर्टेंट फॉर मेकिंग द लॉ मोर परफेक्ट ठीक है सब पॉइंट्स अपन कहि परिबे क्रिस्प और शॉर्ट आंसर दे बहुत एक्सप्लेन करे के चेष्टा करिबे ठीक है क्रिस्प एंड शॉर्ट आंसर बट शॉर्ट आंसर माने नो कि गोटे पदर टेक योर टाइम ओके बट सेठी गप कहबा जस्ट राइट तो सेटा अपन अछि अपन जते बेले मु इंटरजेक्ट करू जे अपन साइंस एंड चुप हे दैट इज आल्सो दैट इज निहांती भाबे से जिंसटा दरकार कोन से आपण को एतरा गोटे क्वेश्चन पचराला आपण आंसर तो देउछन से माने किछि अलगा क्वेश्चन पचराबी से माने किछि कहिबे जस्ट सेठी स्टॉप हियर अछि केते बेला अछि से माने फ्लो रे जदि थिबे से माने सुनी कि भी माने बंद हे चली सेटा गोटे जिंस ठीक है दैट इज क्वाइट गुड ओके नाउ कमिंग टू योर forestry tell me at least 5 methods of prevention and control of forest fire. First the prevention from how will you prevent forest fire?
Yes sir, for preventing forest fire we have techniques like maintaining a gap between the forest that is maybe by using the green fodders or by making a trench where the fire will not spread or enter into the forest. Others like destroying the dried out plants and the lodges so that if any incidents of fire occurs that will not enhance it. And others like the grasses, the dried out grasses must be if required by the local people they can be allowed to graze so that it will not affect the fire, enhance the fire. And so other like prevention techniques like if we can use pamphlets and others to aware people not to take some so control by using some techniques
language of मु आपण ओडिया रे पचर नहीं पड़ता
सॉरी
आपण आंसर ओडिया रे तो सेटा ठीक ठीक है सुन सो क्वेश्चन जदी ओडिया रे पचर चंदी मु इंग्लिश रे आंसर दोची ओके सेटा गोटे नेगेटिव एंड वाइस वर्सा इंग्लिश रे कर दोनी मु ओडिया रे आंसर देबी जदी मु कहि पाउची ताले ठीक अछि हां एते के जण अछन जण को ए प्रॉब्लम हो इंग्लिश कहले तो सेठी से हमें परमिशन दी सर मे आई फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन मे आई प्लीज बी अलाउड टू स्पीक इन ओडिया यस सर कहि ओडिया रे कहले आपण को से प्रॉब्लम ना है तो से हिसाब रे इंग्लिश रे पचर इंग्लिश ओडिया रे पचर ओडिया तो आपण कंट्रोल केमति करे जब निया लागि जाई यस सर ओके निया लागि जाई आपण तो राती रे निया लागि आपण को सकाळ खबर मिलला आपण से जगह एसीएफ अछन ओके आपण सीनियर ऑफिसर्स कहले आपण में की व्यवस्था करन जे बेसी स्प्रेड ना हो आपण कम करिवे
सर मो फर्स्ट चेक करबी द ट्रूथ ऑफ द इंसिडेंट सत्यता चेक करबी तापरे मो एया चेक करबी जे लोकल पीपल को सहायता निया जाय कि नहीं लोकल फायर स्टेशन को इन्फॉर्म करा जाय कि नहीं एंड कौन कौन सब स्टेप्स निया जाय देन आई विल देन तापरे मो चेष्टा करबी कौन अधिका करा जाय पारिबो सम साइंटिफिक मेथड्स कौन अप्लाई करा जाय पारिबो to control forest fire.
Okay, fine. So you said your hobby is gardening.
Yes, sir.
So gardening रो किछटा एमती क्वालिटीज कोन दु?
Yes, sir.
जोटा फॉरेस्ट सर्विस में भी अपन यूज कर पारिबे.
So the main purpose of gardening is aesthetic value, the beautification.
मु कहबी ओडिया रे अपन बोलते इंग्लिश रे.
Sorry.
इटा ये माइंड रखो. ठीक है
सर एक्चुअली हम पीएचडी सर बाहर 5 वर्ष गलन सेठी सर ओडिया कहन तो से सर
ओडिया में नॉर्मली माने जे को साहित्य को ओडिया कहले जेमिति एबे कथा होचंदी ओडिया माने एमति न कि सब खाली ओडिया टर्म ही कहले ठीक अछि नॉर्मली जेमिति कथा होचंदी जोटी कि मझे इंग्लिश टर्म में यूज करू अपन करि परिबे unless you are having like odia literature की कोन ऐसे ऑप्शन जोटा कि इट इज पॉसिबल ठीक है तो आपण माने से ओडिया रे पचले आपण ओडिया रे एतर आंसर दोचंदी टेक्निकल टर्म्स की नॉर्मल फ्लो रे आंसर देबे यू कैन यूज इंग्लिश टर्म्स किछि असुविधा नहीं ओके सबुटा ओडिया रे कोनतो पूरा चेस्ट ओडिया रे कोनतो बोली साहित्यिक ओडिया रे कोनतो बोली कि कोन किंतु ओडिया रे क्वेश्चन रे ओडिया रे आंसर यस बुझ गए
ऐसे बगीचार मेन सर उद्देश्य होची ता सुंदरता एथिर सर मध्ये किछि औषधीय गुण वाला गछ मध्ये हम लगो या पत्र जनित सुंदरता हो बा फूल जनित सुंदरता हो एंड
आपण क्वेश्चन बुझले तो सी पचरचंदी फॉरेस्ट्री कि आपण को जहां भी हॉबी अछि गार्डनिंग से हॉबी आपण एमिति कोन सिखि चंदी जोटा फॉरेस्ट सर्विस रे कि जो भी सर्विस रे हेल्प लाइफ रे हेल्प करिवो से पर्टिकुलर जिंस रो एठी पचरन से ओवरऑल जिंस पचरचंदी तो गार्डनिंग रो सबुटु बड़ जिंस हला प्लानिंग नंबर 1 सेकंड हला पेशेंस प्राय जते हॉबीज अछि पेशेंस का मतलब एटलीस्ट गार्डनिंग रे तो दरकार ठीक अछि तो मेजर हॉबीज भीतर आपण गार्डनिंग कहले तो पेशेंस और प्लानिंग का फर्स्ट गार्डन एमती ना 5 दिन रे हिजो आपण प्लान करथि मो गार्डन टा एमती मो एति की पानी दे करी तो नंबर 1 प्लानिंग प्रॉपरली प्लान करिया पड़िबो प्लानिंग टा केमती हेल्प करबो लाइफ रे ओई सर्विस रे यू कैन इजीली एक्सप्लेन विदाउट प्लानिंग लाइफ रो किछि भी इनसो तो एई सर्विस पई प्लानिंग टा बहुत ही दरकार फॉरेस्ट वर्किंग प्लान आपण कोचि एते दिन पई दैट इज वन एग्जांपल तो प्रथम जिंस जोडा मु सिखिलेला प्लानिंग सेकंड हला पेशेंस एथरे रिजल्ट ओवरनाइट हबनी आपण गछटा आजि लगेले ताकू फर्टिलाइजर्स ताकू यू नो अदर इनपुट्स वाटर एक्सेट्रा देबे ठीक अछि सो यू हैव टू बी पेशेंट से आपण गार्डन टा पूरा ब्लॉसम करिया पे पूरा भलो गार्डन हो पे इट विल टेक टाइम ठीक अछि मे बी मंथ्स रे भी लागि पारे ठीक अछि सेकंड हला ताले आपनकर पेशेंस ठीक अछि प्लानिंग हला पेशेंस हला थर्ड हला डिसिप्लिन आज पानी देबी 7 दिन ପରେ पुनी पानी देबी तो गार्डन मर गछन मर तो तापडे मते डिसिप्लिन वे 3 दिन रे फर्टिलाइजर देबी कि जहा साइकिल थिबो सो सब दिन ता ऊपर काम करिवार अछि बुझि पड़ले सो तीनटा एंटी आपण हम और केते आपण होई करी डिसिप्लिन इज वेरी इंपोर्टेंट फॉर एनी सर्विस एड सर्विस द डिसिप्लिन जहा भी दरकार इट इज आल्सो यूनिफॉर्म सर्विस जस्ट लाइक पुलिस सर्विस फॉरेस्ट सर्विस इज आल्सो यूनिफॉर्म सर्विस ठीक अछि यस आउ किछिटा आपनकर इन द फॉरेस्ट एरियाज लॉ एंड ऑर्डर रो भी किछि आपनकर सेही टाइप रो पावर्स दिया है फॉरेस्ट सर्विस ऑफिसर्स ने ठीक अछि ओके सो व्हाट आर द वेरियस फॉरेस्ट एक्ट्स specific to Odisha that you know?
Sir, specific to Odisha has the Odisha grazing plan, which is specific to Odisha, that control the grazing inside the forest by the local people.
ठीक है जब ठीक है ओडिशा ग्रेजिंग प्लान कहले तो
यस सर
हां एक्ट भीतर ओडिशा फॉरेस्ट एक्ट किछु अछि
नो सर आई हैव नॉट हर्ड अबाउट इट आई विल गो थ्रू
सो वेबसाइट रे जाई एटा मेनली देखियो ओडिशा फॉरेस्ट एक्ट
अगेन
ओके केबे हेतिला
अगेन
आ तार प्रोविजन कोन रखे दरकार नहीं नो वन इज एक्सपेक्टिंग यू टू रीड द फॉरेस्ट एक्ट सेट अपन ट्रेनिंग रे पढिले बट बेसिक जिंस जानते किछ असुविधा नहीं इट इज कोन होय बेसिकली फॉरेस्ट एक्ट ओके fine so my last question to you would be suppose apna ACF face actually okay and apna बहुत close friend jane he is a mill owner okay saw mill owner ठीक अछि and you come to know that say kichi like forest produce kariga forest ro resource kariga okay asset kariga se एपort से बड़ा करछन कि नहीं जाउछन कि कोन करछन राइट which is against the law
yes sir
so what will you directly take action on him or जे तो आपन फ्रेंड ताको गोटे चांस आगे देबे तापर एक्शन लेबे
सर फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई विल सर मु फर्स्ट इंस्पेक्शन करबी ट्रुथ टा जानिबी कोन जिंस देन सर
जो जाना पड़ला से करू चंते एक्चुअली देन
sir I will take action
you directly take action
yes sir if
friendship ta bhanju
sir I think if it is at the cost of friendship then that is not a friendship
अच्छा जदि हमें रिप्लेस कर धरन तो से आपनकर बड़ भाई निजो बड़ भाई ताले आंसर विल बी सेम और आंसर विल बी डिफरेंट
सर आंसर विल बी सेम
तो सेठी तो फैमिली रिलेशन कर
sir that is okay but when I am joining the service they expect that I will
ताको एक स्ट्रांग वार्निंग दे देले फर्स्ट टाइम मु जानिया पे पाइली आपण आया करछंती नेक्स्ट टाइम जदि एटा होची ताले मु स्ट्रिक्ट एक्शन में भी सीज कर देबी कि जे आपण पावर अछि मु सेटा करी
Sir, but some resources of forest have already been destroyed by him, which is against the law, and it is common to all public, be it my kin or my friend. So I will take action against him.
Okay. So fine. So that will be the end of the interview. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
तो आपनको फीडबैक है नंबर 1 आपनकर आई कांटेक्ट 100% होनी पे तो हाई जी वाला 100% 90 ऊपर अछि बट नॉट 100 तो मझिरे मझिरे एपट सेपट देखि दउछन ठीक अछि तो सो सेटा टिके माइंड रे रखियो आई कांटेक्ट ओनली लाइन ऑफ साइट विल बी आईज ये पचाउछन ता प्राय टाइम देखो ना बाकी लोग को भी टिके देखि देबे किंतु आखि आ कोटे एपट सेपट तळ कर नहीं ठीक अछि तो नंबर 1 आई कांटेक्ट आउ गोटे जिनस जोटा मीडियम ऑफ क्वेश्चन ता सुनिबे ओडिया रे आंसर दे इंग्लिश रे इंग्लिश आंसर दे ओडिया रे आंसर दवा माने या न कि भाई माने मु आपन से केमते ओडिया रे बताउ मु तो इंग्लिश टर्म यूज कर टर्म यूज कर ता जगह शब्द भी कहि था किंतु एटा फ्लो रे आपन जहा भी जते इंग्लिश पूरा तो जहा भी ओडिया इंग्लिश मिक्सिंग कर दे किंतु ओडिया रे मेनली आंसर ता दियो छै ओके सो आई कांटेक्ट is not 100% एटा देखिए but it is more than 90% okay so एटा नहीं खराब अछि but since you are aiming for perfection
yes sir
100% होगा कथा second है answer in the same language
yes
that's the question okay
yes sir
mirror interviews କରୁଛନ୍ତି
yes sir
okay ନାଇଁ ଲାस्ट इंटरव्यू अपेक्षा एटा बेटर अछि बिकॉज़ दैन इंप्रूवमेंट होछि दैट इज व्हाट इज रिक्वायर्ड सो आज रो जदी हम मार्किंग करिवे आपनकर अराउंड से 140
yes
okay
yes
70% not bad but you can push it okay
yes.
150 plus 160 try करिए से okay
yes sir